Hi there, Jenny and Ethan. Welcome to Randy's Robo School.
Hi, Randy. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, Randy. We've been hearing a lot about artificial intelligence. Can you tell us how it works?
Of course, AI is super cool and can do amazing things. Let's start from the beginning. Ready?
Ready.
AI stands for artificial intelligence. It's like giving a computer or a robot a brain to think and learn.
But how can a computer think? It's not alive like us.
Great question, Jenny. Imagine your brain is like a big library with lots of books. Each book has information that helps you learn and make decisions. AI works by using lots of information, just like your brain does. Think of AI as a student in school. It learns from examples and practice, just like you do with math or spelling.
So, does AI do homework too?
In a way, yes. AI gets lots of data to study. For example, if you teach an AI about animals, you show it many pictures and tell it which ones are dogs, cats, or birds.
So, it learns from seeing lots of examples?
Exactly, Jenny. And the more examples it sees, the better it gets at recognizing them. Let's look at some fun examples of AI. Have you ever used a smartphone or a tablet?
Yeah, I use my tablet to play games and watch videos.
Perfect. Some of your games use AI to make the characters act smart. And when you watch videos, AI helps recommend what you might like based on what you've watched before.
What about at school? Does AI help us there too?
Definitely. AI can help teachers by grading papers or even tutoring students in subjects like math or reading. Now, let's dive a bit deeper. AI learns using something called algorithms. Think of an algorithm as a set of instructions, like a recipe for baking a cake.
I love cake.
Me too, Ethan. Just like a recipe tells you what ingredients to use and how to mix them, an algorithm tells the AI how to learn from the data.
So, the AI follows these instructions to get better at things?
Exactly. The more it practices with its recipe, the better it becomes. AI is already helping us in so many ways, and it's only going to get better. It can help doctors find diseases, drive cars, and even explore space.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, AI is like a super smart helper for everyone?
Exactly, Jenny. And the more we learn about it, the more amazing things we can do together. I hope you had fun learning about AI today. Remember, AI is all about learning and getting better, just like you do in school.
Thanks, Randy. This was so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell my friends about AI.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Keep being curious and learning new things every day. See you next time at Randy's Robo School. Hi there, Jenny and Ethan. Welcome back to Randy's Robo School.
Hi, Randy. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, Randy. We're excited to learn more about AI. What are we learning today?
Today, we're going to explore how AI is part of our daily lives. Are you ready to see how AI makes everything more fun and easy?
Ready.
Let's start at home. Have you ever asked a voice assistant like Alexa or Siri to play your favorite song?
Yes. I ask Alexa to play my favorite songs all the time.
Me too. And she even tells me jokes.
That's AI in action. Voice assistants use AI to understand what you say and respond. They can play music, set reminders, and even tell you the weather. We have different voice assistants available today like Alexa, Google Home, and Siri. Just like you learn from your teachers and books, voice assistants learn from lots of examples of voices and sounds.
What about the lights? How do they work?
Smart lights can be controlled by AI too. You can ask the voice assistant to turn them on or off. And guess what? AI can even learn your daily routine and adjust the lights automatically.
That's so cool. What about cleaning?
Have you seen a robot vacuum cleaner? It uses AI to map your house and clean the floors by itself. Thanks to artificial intelligence, robotic vacuums become smarter every time they clean. They learn the best ways to navigate your home, avoid obstacles, and focus on the dirtiest areas. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's go to school. AI is making learning more fun and interactive. Have you used tablets or computers in class?
Yes, we use tablets for math games and reading.
Those educational apps use AI to personalize learning. They adjust the questions based on how well you're doing, so you get just the right level of challenge.
What about the smartboard? Is that AI too?
Yes, some smartboards use AI to help teachers with lessons. They can recognize handwriting, show interactive maps, and even play educational videos. AI is also changing how we travel. Have you heard about self-driving cars?
Yeah, I saw one in a video.
Self-driving cars use AI to understand the road, follow traffic rules, and take you to your destination safely. They use sensors and cameras to see what's around them and make smart decisions.
What about traffic lights? Can AI help there too?
Yes, smart traffic lights use AI to manage traffic flow. They can change the lights based on the number of cars, helping reduce traffic jams and make roads safer. AI is also making a big difference in healthcare. Have you ever visited a doctor?
Yes, I went to the doctor last week for a checkup.
Doctors use AI to help diagnose diseases and recommend treatments. For example, AI can look at X-rays and spot things that might be hard for humans to see.
Does AI help with anything else in healthcare?
Absolutely. AI can monitor your health with smartwatches or apps. It can remind you to take your medicine, track your heart rate, and even help doctors keep an eye on your health remotely.
So AI helps doctors take better care of us?
Yes, Jenny. AI makes healthcare smarter and more efficient, helping doctors and nurses focus on taking care of you. AI also helps keep us safe. Have you seen security cameras?
Yes, we have one at home.
Some security cameras use AI to recognize faces and alert you if there's someone unexpected. And smart locks can use AI to let you in with your fingerprint or a code, keeping your home secure.
That's awesome. AI helps with so many things.
It sure does, Ethan. AI is like a smart helper that makes life easier, safer, and more fun. Let's talk about fun and entertainment. Do you like playing video games or watching shows?
I love playing games on my tablet.
And I watch cartoons on Netflix.
Video games often use AI to create smart characters that can play with you or against you. And streaming services like Netflix use AI to recommend shows and movies you might like based on what you've watched before.
So, AI helps us find new shows and games?
Exactly, Jenny. AI looks at what you enjoy and finds similar things for you to watch or play. I hope you enjoyed learning about AI in daily life today. Remember, AI is all around us, helping in ways we might not even notice.
Thanks, Randy. This was so interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more AI in action. Thanks, Randy.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Keep being curious and exploring new things every day. See you next time at Randy's Robo School. Hello, Jenny and Ethan. Are you ready to dive into the wonderful world of AI and data?
Yes, Randy. I've been wondering how AI knows so much.
And what's this data thing you keep talking about?
Great questions. Let's start from the beginning. Imagine data as tiny pieces of information, like pieces of a puzzle. When you put them together, you can see the whole picture.
So, like the pieces of my jigsaw puzzle?
Exactly, Jenny. Now, let's break it down step by step. Data is all around us. It can be numbers, words, pictures, or sounds. For example, think about your favorite ice cream.
Chocolate.
Perfect. If I ask everyone in your class their favorite ice cream flavor, and I write it down, That's collecting data. Each answer is a piece of data.
Oh, so data can be anything we see or hear?
Exactly. And when we gather lots of data, we can learn new things. Like, which ice cream flavor is the most popular? Let's talk about how we use data. Imagine you're in a science class, and your teacher gives you a project, measuring how fast plants grow under different lights.
Randy, how do we do that?
You start with 3 pots, each with the same type of plant. Put one under a regular light bulb, one under a red light, and one under a blue light.
So, we see which light helps the plants grow best?
Exactly. Each light is a different variable. Measure the height of each plant every day and write it down. This is called collecting data. Each measurement is a piece of data. After a week, you'll have lots of data. This chart shows the height of each plant over the week. For example, on day 1, all plants are 5 centimeters tall. By day 7, the regular light plant is 10 centimeters, the red light plant is 12 centimeters, and the blue light plant is 8 centimeters.
Wow, we have a lot of numbers now.
I get it. The red light plant grew the most.
That's right, Ethan. By looking at the data, we can conclude that the red light helped the plant grow the tallest. This is how data helps us make decisions and learn new things. Whether it's in science, math, or even what food we like, data helps us figure things out by giving us clear information. Now, let's bring AI into the picture. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. It's like a super smart computer that can learn from data. Let's say you feed an AI a lot of pictures of cats and dogs.
So it can tell the difference between a cat and a dog?
You got it. The AI learns from the data. The more pictures it sees, the better it gets at telling cats from dogs. It's like how you get better at a game the more you play.
Can AI learn other things too?
Definitely. AI can learn to recognize faces, understand speech, and even play games. All it needs is data to learn from. Data is super important because it helps us make decisions. For example, if the school cafeteria knows most kids like pizza, they can make more pizza for lunch.
Yum! I love pizza.
Me too.
And data helps in bigger ways too, like in healthcare to find out which treatments work best, or in sports to improve training. So, remember, data is like pieces of a puzzle that help us learn and make decisions. And AI uses data to get super smart and help us in many ways.
I never knew data was so cool.
And now I want to collect data too.
That's the spirit. Keep asking questions and collecting data, and you'll discover amazing things. Hi there, Jenny and Ethan. Welcome back to Randy's Robo School.
Hi, Randy. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, Randy. We're excited to learn more about AI. What are we learning today?
Today, we're going to learn about something really cool called machine learning. Ready to dive in?
Ready.
Machine learning is a special kind of AI where computers learn from data. It's like teaching a robot to do something by showing it lots of examples. Do you think you could teach a computer to recognize your favorite toy?
How do computers learn from data?
Great question, Jenny. Imagine you're learning to recognize animals. You look at many pictures of cats and dogs, and you learn to tell them apart. Computers do the same thing, but they need lots and lots of pictures to learn from.
So, can we help computers learn?
Absolutely, Ethan. Just like your brain learns from every book you read, computers learn from all the data they see. Think of machine learning as a student in school. The more it studies, the better it gets. It learns from data, which is like homework for computers.
So, does the computer get better with practice, like we do?
Exactly, Ethan. Just like you get better at math or reading with practice, computers improve at their tasks by learning from more data. Imagine practicing your multiplication tables. The more problems you solve, the faster and more accurate you become.
Can we see an example?
Sure, Jenny. Imagine you're sorting your toys by size and color. The more you practice, the faster you get. Computers do the same with data. There are different types of machine learning. Let's start with supervised learning. It's like having a teacher who gives you the right answers to learn from.
How does that work?
Imagine you have a bunch of pictures of animals, and each picture is labeled with the correct animal name. The computer uses these labeled pictures to learn how to recognize new pictures of animals. Each new picture helps it get better and more precise at identifying animals correctly. The more examples it sees, the smarter it becomes. Let's look at some more examples of supervised learning in real life.
Yes, please.
For supervised learning, think about voice recognition on your smartphone. When you speak into your phone, it understands what you're saying because it has been trained with many voice samples. These samples are recordings of people talking, each labeled with the correct words they are saying. By studying these labeled recordings, the smartphone learns to recognize words and sentences when you speak. This process helps the phone get better at understanding different voices and accents over time.
What other examples are there?
Another great example is facial recognition technology. The computer learns to recognize faces by being trained with lots of pictures of people's faces, each labeled with the person's name.
Like, when our camera knows it's me or my sister?
Yes, Ethan. Also, self-driving cars use supervised learning to recognize objects on the road. They are trained with thousands of images of cars, pedestrians, and road signs, all labeled correctly. So, when the car is driving, it can see and understand what's around it, helping it to make safe driving decisions by knowing where the other cars, people, and signs are.
That's really cool. Any more examples?
Sure. Another example is in medical diagnosis. Computers are trained with labeled images of X-rays to learn how to identify diseases like pneumonia or fractures.
Wow, machine learning helps in so many ways.
It sure does, Ethan. Remember, supervised learning is like having a teacher who helps computers learn from examples, just like your teacher helps you. I hope by now you have a very good understanding on supervised learning.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next type of machine learning, called unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, the computer tries to find patterns and group in data without any labels or guidance.
So, the computer figures things out by itself?
Exactly. It's like solving a puzzle without knowing the picture on the box. The computer looks for similarities and groups the data based on those.
Like, sorting our toy cars by color or size, without anyone telling us how?
Yes, Ethan. The computer groups similar things together, just like you would with your toys. Let's explore an example of unsupervised learning. Imagine we have a collection of blocks in various colors and sizes. If we instruct the computer to categorize these blocks without providing any specific guidelines, it will use unsupervised learning to analyze all the blocks and group them based on their similarities.
So it finds the patterns all by itself?
Exactly, Jenny. That's unsupervised learning. The computer figures out the groups based on what it sees, just like you would sort your toys.
That's cool. It's like the computer is playing a sorting game.
Yes, Ethan. And this kind of learning helps computers understand data and find patterns, even when we don't tell them what to look for. Let's look at some real-life examples of unsupervised learning.
Yes, please.
A good example is organizing photos on your computer or phone. The computer groups similar photos together, like all pictures of sunsets or all pictures of your pet, without telling it to you.
Can we have more examples?
Sure. For unsupervised learning, another example is market basket analysis used by supermarkets. They find patterns in items frequently bought together to organize their shelves and create combo deals. For example, it might find that customers who buy bread often buy butter too, so the store can place these items close to each other to boost sales. Remember, unsupervised learning is when the computer figures things out on its own, just like you sorting your toys without any help. I hope by now you have a very good understanding on unsupervised learning.
Yes.
Finally, there's reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, the computer learns by doing something and getting rewards or penalties.
Like playing a video game and getting points for doing well?
Exactly, Jenny. The computer tries different actions and learns which ones give the best results by getting positive or negative feedback. Let's see an example. Imagine a robot trying to find its way through a maze. Each time it makes a correct turn, it gets a point. Each time it hits a wall, it loses a point. Over time, the robot learns the best path through the maze by trying different routes and learning from its mistakes.
So, it's like when we get stars for good behavior at school?
Yes, the computer learns from the feedback it receives, just like you learn from getting stars or points.
That makes sense. Can we see one more example?
Sure. Think about training a pet. When the pet does a trick correctly, it gets a treat. If not, it doesn't. Over time, the pet learns to do the trick to get the treat. That's reinforcement learning. Let's look at some real-life examples of reinforcement learning.
Yes, please.
A good example is recommendation systems, such as Netflix's movie suggestions. These systems improve their recommendations with increased user feedback, learning from viewing choices and the ratings users provide.
That's really cool.
It is. And video game AI is another example. Game characters learn to become better opponents by receiving rewards for winning and penalties for losing, making the game more challenging and fun.
Wow, machine learning is everywhere.
It sure is, Jenny. It makes our lives easier, safer, and more fun. Remember, reinforcement learning is when the computer learns from rewards and penalties, just like you learn from getting points in a game or stars at school. I hope you enjoyed learning about machine learning today. Remember, it's all about teaching computers to learn from data and get better over time.
Thanks, Randy. This was so interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more machine learning in action.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Keep being curious and exploring new things every day. See you next time at Randy's Robo School. Hello, Jenny and Ethan. It's great to see you again at Randy's Robo School.
Hi, Randy. We're really excited to be here.
Yeah, Randy. What are we going to learn about today?
Today, we're diving into the world of deep learning. Are you ready to explore how computers learn to think like humans?
Ready.
Deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence, or AI, where computers learn to think like our brains do. It helps computers understand the world by learning from lots of examples.
Randy, how do our brains work?
Great question, Jenny. Our brains are made up of many tiny parts called neurons. These neurons are like little messengers that help us think and learn. When we see or hear something, our neurons send signals to each other to help us understand it.
So how does deep learning work?
Deep learning uses something called neural networks, which are inspired by the way our brains work. Imagine a big web of connected points, where each point is an artificial neuron. These artificial neurons work together to help the computer learn and make decisions.
What do these artificial neurons do?
Each artificial neuron in a neural network takes in information, makes a simple decision, and then passes that decision to other neurons in the next layer. This process continues through many layers, allowing the computer to understand complex patterns and make smart decisions.
So, it's like a team of neurons working together?
Exactly, Ethan. Just like a team, each neuron plays a part in solving the problem. The more layers of neurons we have, the more complex and accurate the computer's understanding becomes. All right, Jenny and Ethan, let's dive deeper into how deep learning works by looking at the different layers in a neural network.
That sounds interesting, Randy. What are these layers?
Deep learning involves many layers of neurons working together. These layers are like the layers of a cake. Each layer learns different things from the one before it. There are three main parts: the input layer, hidden layers, and the output layer. Let's start with the input layer. The input layer is where the information comes in. Imagine this layer as your eyes, ears, and fingers that gather information about the world. Just like how you use your senses to see, hear, and touch things, the input layer collects all the data and sends it to the next layer.
So it's like our senses for the computer?
Exactly, Jenny. The computer uses the input layer to take in information, like pictures, sounds, or text. Next, we have the hidden layers. These are the middle layers where the magic happens. Each layer passes information to the next one, kind of like a secret message being passed along a line of friends. These layers work together to find patterns in the data. The more layers there are, the more details the computer can understand. For example, one layer might recognize simple shapes, the next layer might combine those shapes to recognize objects, and another layer might identify colors and other features.
So, the more hidden layers, the smarter the computer gets?
Exactly, Jenny. Each hidden layer adds more understanding and helps the computer make better decisions. Finally, we have the output layer. This is the last layer, where the final answer comes out. It tells us what the computer has learned from the input. For example, if we show the computer a picture of a cat, the output layer might say, "Hey, that's a cat."
So, the output layer gives us the result of all the learning?
Yes, Ethan. The output layer gives us the final answer based on all the information processed by the hidden layers. Let's use a layered cake as an example. The first layer of neurons learns to recognize simple shapes, like lines and curves. This is similar to the base layer of our cake, which handles the most basic and essential parts. The next layer takes those simple shapes and combines them into more complex patterns, like circles and squares. It's like adding another delicious layer to our cake. This layer builds on what the first layer has learned. The third layer might take those patterns and start to recognize more detailed features, like letters or objects. For instance, it might recognize a circle as the face of a clock or a wheel, and a square as a window or a book. It's like the frosting and decorations on top of our cake. Each layer adds more detail and understanding.
That sounds yummy and smart.
Let's see another example of deep learning in recognizing handwriting. Imagine you're teaching a computer to recognize your handwriting. The first layer of neurons looks at simple lines and curves. The next layer sees which lines and curves make up letters. For example, it might recognize a vertical line and a curve as parts of the letter P. And the final layer recognizes the letters you wrote. It takes those parts and puts them all together to recognize whole letters. So now, in the final layer, it sees the vertical line and the curve together and recognizes the letter P. And if it sees a circle and a vertical line, it recognizes the letter D.
Wow, that's like how I learned to write.
Exactly, Jenny. The computer learns step by step, just like you did. Now, let's talk about training a deep learning model. Training a deep learning model is like training a dog. You show it lots of examples and give it feedback. If it makes a mistake, you correct it and try again.
So, it learns from its mistakes?
Exactly, Ethan. The more examples it sees, the better it gets. It's a process of trial and error. Now, let's talk about the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning is like teaching the robot basic tasks by giving it instructions and examples. Deep learning is a more advanced type of machine learning that uses neural networks to learn from a large amount of data.
So, deep learning is a special kind of machine learning?
Exactly, Ethan. It's like going from learning to ride a bike to learning how to drive a car. Deep learning can handle more complex tasks and learn on its own. Now let's talk about why deep learning is important. Deep learning helps robots and computers do amazing things, like recognize faces in photos, understand and translate languages, drive cars on their own, and even play games better than humans.
That's incredible. What else can deep learning do?
Deep learning is used in many areas like healthcare to detect diseases, in finance to predict stock prices, and in entertainment to create smart characters in video games.
It's everywhere.
Yes, Ethan. Deep learning is a big part of how future technology will work. Hi kids. Welcome back to our special class about artificial intelligence, or AI. Today, we're going to learn all about AI algorithms and how they work. Ready to dive into the world of algorithms?
Yes, Randy. I love learning new things.
Me too. Let's get started.
Awesome. So, an AI algorithm is a set of rules or instructions that a computer follows to solve problems and make decisions. They help computers learn from data and make smart choices.
How do algorithms work?
For example, when you bake a cake, you follow a recipe. First, you mix the ingredients, then you bake it, and finally, you have a cake. An AI algorithm works the same way by following steps to solve a problem. Another example is solving a maze. An algorithm can be like a set of directions that tells you to go left, right, and straight until you reach the exit.
So algorithms are like detailed instructions for computers?
Exactly, Ethan. Algorithms break down complex problems into smaller, manageable steps that computers can follow to find solutions. Now, let's see what are the steps in an AI algorithm using a fun example with toys. Ready?
Ready.
The first step in AI algorithm is understanding the task. Imagine you have a bunch of toys, and your job is to sort them into bins for cars, dolls, and blocks.
So, we need to figure out what we want to do with the toys?
Exactly, Jenny. This is like defining the problem or goal that the AI needs to achieve. In AI terms, this step is called defining the objective. The second step in AI algorithm is collecting the data or gathering data. In this step, you need to collect all your toys and look at them closely to see what kind they are. Data is like a collection of facts or information. Here you are collecting information about what kind of toys you have.
So, we are learning about each toy?
That's right, Ethan. In AI, this step is called data collection. The AI needs data to learn from, which in this case is the different types of toys. To gain a deeper understanding of AI data, please check out our video by clicking the link in the video description below. Now, the third step in AI algorithm is learning from data. In this step, you observe that cars have wheels, dolls have dresses, and blocks are cube-shaped.
So the AI learns what makes each toy different?
Exactly, Jenny. This step is like teaching the AI how to recognize different things. The AI learns the features of different categories from the data it has collected. The fourth step in AI algorithm is making a decision. In this step, when you pick up a toy car, you decide to put it in the car bin.
So, the AI uses what it learned to decide where each toy goes?
Exactly, Ethan. This is the decision-making process in AI, where the algorithm uses what it has learned to make predictions or decisions about which bin the toys belong in. The fifth step in AI algorithm is making a checking accuracy. You might sometimes make mistakes, like putting a block in the car bin. In this step, you check and correct it.
So the AI checks its work and fixes mistakes.
That's right, Jenny. This step is like checking if the answer is right and fixing any mistakes. The AI checks how well it is performing and makes adjustments if necessary. The sixth step in AI algorithm is improving over time. The more you practice sorting your toys, the better and faster you get at it. This is like the AI learning and improving over time through a process called training iterations or feedback loops. Training iterations or feedback loops are like practice sessions. Each time it practices, it learns from its mistakes and gets a little bit smarter.
That makes sense, Randy.
Sorting toys is just like how an artificial intelligence algorithm learns and gets better.
Exactly. You both did a great job understanding the steps in an AI algorithm. Now let's talk about machine learning and algorithms and how these two are related. Machine learning is a type of AI that lets computers learn and make decisions on their own. Algorithms are the tools used in machine learning to analyze data, learn from it, and make predictions.
So, algorithms are like the brain of machine learning?
Exactly, Ethan. Algorithms process the data, learn patterns, and help the computer make decisions. There are three main types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. To gain a deeper understanding of machine learning, please watch our video by clicking the link in the video description below. In the next video, we will learn about the different types of AI algorithm, so stay tuned. Welcome back, Jenny and Ethan. Ready to continue our journey into the world of AI algorithms?
Ready.
Great. Last time, we talked about something super cool: AI algorithms. We learned about the different steps that AI follows to solve problems, just like how we follow steps to solve a puzzle. We also discussed machine learning, which is a special kind of AI that learns from examples. In case you missed AI algorithm part 1, make sure to click the link in the description below to catch up. Now, let's talk about the different types of AI algorithms. There are many kinds of AI algorithms, and each one is like a special tool designed to solve different kinds of problems. The common ones are decision trees, neural networks, clustering, linear regression, and k-nearest neighbors.
Can you show us how some of these work?
Absolutely, Jenny. Let's explore each one with a fun example. A decision tree is like a flowchart that helps make decisions. Let's say we want to decide what activity to do. If it's sunny, we might play outside. If it's rainy, we might read a book. If it's evening, we might watch a movie. A decision tree has branches that represent different choices or questions. Each branch leads to another question or a final decision, much like choosing different paths based on your answers. Let's see an example. Imagine you have a big question. What snack should I have? We'll use a decision tree to figure it out. Here's how it works. Big question. What snack should I have? First, We ask, is it sweet or salty? If you choose sweet, the next question is, do you want something cold? If you say yes, you choose ice cream. If you say no, you choose chocolate. But if you choose salty, the next question is, do you want something crunchy? If you say yes, you choose chips. And if you say no, you choose pretzels.
So, it's like choosing what to do step by step?
Exactly, Ethan. Each question in the decision tree helps us make the final decision. In real life, decision trees are used by doctors to diagnose illnesses. They ask a series of questions about your symptoms to decide what illness you might have and the best treatment. This is an example of supervised learning, where the algorithm learns from labeled data. Next, we have neural networks. Neural networks are designed to work like the human brain, with nodes, or neurons, connected by pathways. Neural networks learn by adjusting the connections between nodes based on the data they receive. It's like how your brain strengthens connections when you practice something.
Can we see an example?
Sure. Imagine a neural network learning to recognize handwriting. It looks at many examples of letters and learns to identify patterns to correctly recognize each letter. In real life, neural networks are used in facial recognition technology. Your phone can unlock by recognizing your face because of a neural network that has learned from many photos of different faces. This is also an example of supervised learning. Next AI algorithm we have is clustering. Clustering is an algorithm that groups similar items together. Let's play a game. We have a bunch of colored balls. Let's group them by color.
So, clustering is like sorting things into groups?
Exactly, Ethan. The algorithm looks at the features of each item and groups similar ones together. In real life, clustering is used by streaming services to recommend movies. They group users with similar watching habits to suggest shows and movies that others in the same group have liked. This is an example of unsupervised learning, where the algorithm finds patterns without labeled data. Now, let's talk about linear regression. Linear regression is used to find the relationship between two things. Imagine you want to know how your height changes as you grow older. We plot your age and height on a graph and draw a line that best fits the points.
So the line shows how height changes with age?
Yes, Jenny. The line helps us predict future heights based on the pattern it finds in the data. In real life, linear regression is used by economists to predict things like future sales based on past data. They can predict how much of a product will be sold next month based on sales data from previous months. This is another example of supervised learning. Now, let's talk about K-nearest neighbors. K-nearest neighbors is an algorithm that classifies items based on their similarity to others. Let's classify some fruits. We have apples, bananas, and oranges, each with different features like color, size, and shape.
How does it work?
The algorithm looks at the features of a new fruit and finds the most similar ones in its data. It then classifies the new fruit based on the majority of its neighbors. For example, if most of the neighbors are apples, it classifies the new fruit as an apple. In real life, K-nearest neighbors is used in things like online stores to recommend products. If you like certain toys, the algorithm looks at what other kids who like those toys have bought, and recommends similar toys to you. This is a type of supervised learning.
Thanks, Randy. This was so interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more AI algorithms in action.
We have a range of fascinating topics lined up for our upcoming videos, including AI deep learning, AI safety, coding in AI, natural language processing, NLP, and much more. Stay tuned for exciting content. Welcome back, Jenny and Ethan, to Randy's Robo School. It's great to have you both here.
Hi, Randy. What are we learning today?
Yeah, Randy. What's the lesson?
Today, we're going to learn all about AI safety and how to keep it fun and safe for everyone. Ready to explore?
Ready.
So, do you know what AI is?
I think it's like a super smart computer that can do a lot of things.
Yeah, like those robots in movies that can talk and do stuff for you.
Exactly. AI stands for artificial intelligence. It's like giving a computer a brain to help it think and learn. But just like with everything, we need to make sure AI is used safely. Let's see how. AI safety means making sure AI helps us in good ways and doesn't cause problems. Imagine having a pet dog. You teach it tricks, but you also make sure it doesn't bite anyone, right?
Yeah, we train it to be good.
Exactly, Jenny. We need to do the same with AI. Let's look at some important rules to keep AI safe for everyone. Rule number 1. Always have an adult around when you're using AI. It could be your parents, teachers, or guardians.
Why do we need an adult?
Good question, Ethan. Adults can help you understand if something is not right. For example, if a game starts asking for personal information, an adult can tell you to stop and stay safe. Rule number 2. Don't share personal information with AI or online. This includes your name, address, school, or any other private details.
But what if the game asks for my name?
If a game or app asks for your name, you can use a nickname instead. And always ask an adult before sharing any information. Rule number 3. Know what AI can and cannot do. AI can help with homework by giving you ideas or information, but it can't do your homework for you.
So, I still have to do my math problems?
That's right, Ethan. AI is a helper, not a replacement. It can make learning fun and easier, but you still need to learn and do things yourself. Let's look at an example. Say you're doing a school project about space. You can ask an AI assistant for interesting facts about planets.
Like, how many moons does Jupiter have?
Exactly. And the AI will tell you that Jupiter has 79 known moons. But remember, you still need to write your project and make it your own. Rule number 4. Be skeptical. Not everything AI says is correct. Always double-check the information with a reliable source or ask an adult.
What if the AI says something wrong?
That's why it's important to verify. For example, if an AI says there are 100 days in a year, you know that's wrong. Always use your knowledge and check with trusted sources. Rule number 5. Your mouse or touchpad is like a magic wand. Use it wisely. Click only on links from trusted sources. If something feels wrong or makes you uncomfortable, tell an adult right away. Whether it's a strange message or something that scares you, reporting it helps keep everyone safe. This way, you avoid any potential dangers online.
I can tell my teacher if something weird happens?
Absolutely. Teachers, parents, and guardians are there to help you. Remember, always click wisely. Rule number 6. In the world of AI and beyond, kindness is your superpower. Treat everyone online with respect, just like you'd in the real world.
Why is that important?
Because behind every screen is a person with feelings, just like you. Being kind makes the internet a better place for everyone. Let's have a quick quiz to see what you've learned. Ready?
Ready.
Should you share your home address with an AI game?
No.
Who should be with you when you're using AI?
An adult.
Can AI do your homework for you?
No, but it can help.
If AI says something strange, what should you do?
Check with a reliable source or ask an adult.
Great job, guys. Remember, AI can be a lot of fun and very helpful, but it's important to use it safely. Follow these rules, and you'll be an AI safety expert.
Thanks, Robot Randy. I learned a lot today.
Me too. AI safety is cool.
Hello, Jenny and Ethan. Welcome back to Randy's Robo School.
Hi, Randy. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, Randy. What exciting things are we going to learn today?
Today, we're going to explore the amazing world of AI robots. Are you ready to dive in?
Ready.
AI robots are robots that can think and learn like humans. They use artificial intelligence, or AI, to understand their environment and make decisions. They use sensors like cameras and microphones to gather information about their surroundings.
Randy, how do they learn?
Great question, Jenny. AI robots learn from data, just like you learn from your schoolbooks. They can read, see, hear, and even feel, and then use that information to get better at what they do. Let's look at some fun examples. First, we have robotic vacuum cleaners. Have you seen one of these at home?
Yes. My mom has one. It moves around and cleans the floor by itself.
Exactly, Ethan. These robots use sensors to detect dirt and avoid obstacles. They learn the layout of your house to clean more efficiently each time. This is very helpful, isn't it?
What other robots are there?
There are educational robots, like me. Some robots help kids learn math, science, and even coding by playing fun games and solving puzzles together. Bebot is a colorful, friendly robot designed to teach young children the basics of coding, sequencing, and problem-solving in a fun and interactive way. It is often used with mats that have grids, pictures, or themes like letters, numbers, shapes, or maps. This helps children visualize and plan their commands. Dash is another robot which can be programmed to move, light up, and make sounds. Kids can use block-based coding apps like Blockly and Wonder to control Dash and create interactive projects. Dash also has attachments like a xylophone for musical fun. AI robots learn in different ways. One way is through supervised learning, where they are taught with examples. For instance, a robot can learn to recognize apples and oranges by looking at many labeled pictures of each fruit.
So, it's like when our teacher gives us worksheets, with answers to help us learn?
Exactly. Another way is unsupervised learning, where robots find patterns on their own. Imagine sorting a pile of mixed candies by color without anyone telling you how. The robot does something similar.
That sounds like a fun game.
It is, Jenny. And then there's reinforcement learning, where robots learn from rewards and penalties. This can involve trial and error, where the robot receives positive reinforcement for desired actions and learns from negative outcomes. Like when you get stars for good behavior or points for winning a game. These are the 3 types of machine learning. To gain a deeper understanding of machine learning, please watch the video by clicking the link in the video description below. Did you know that AI robots are used in schools too? They can help teachers by tutoring students in subjects like math and reading.
How do they do that?
They use AI to understand each student's strengths and weaknesses and give personalized lessons. For example, if a student struggles with multiplication, the robot can provide extra practice and fun games to help them improve. Now is a humanoid robot used in classrooms to assist with learning. It can dance, tell stories, and engage students in interactive activities that make learning fun.
That sounds really helpful.
It is, Ethan. And they can also assist with classroom activities, like taking attendance or helping with science experiments. AI robots can create a more engaging learning environment through interactive games and activities. AI robots can also be great helpers at home. Some robots can cook meals, water the plants, or even play games with you. Robo-soccer robots can play soccer and learn to improve their game over time.
Wow! That sounds amazing.
Did you know you can build your own simple AI robot? There are kits available that teach you how to create and program robots.
Really? How do we start?
You can start with basic kits like Lego Mindstorms or Vex Robotics kits. They come with easy-to-follow instructions. You can build a robot that moves around and responds to your commands. These kits often come with easy-to-use programming languages like Scratch, which is block-based and beginner-friendly. As you get better, you can add more features, like sensors and cameras.
That sounds like a cool project.
It is. Building robots helps you learn about science, technology, engineering, and math, also known as STEM. It's a fun way to discover how things work. While AI robots are amazing, it's important to use them safely. Always follow the instructions and make sure an adult is around when you're building or using a robot. The future of AI robots is very exciting. They will continue to get smarter and more helpful. We might see robots that can assist doctors, help with construction, or even explore space. They might also be used in search and rescue operations, assisting people with disabilities, or even helping with agricultural tasks.
That's incredible.
I can't wait to see what the future holds.
I hope you enjoyed learning about AI robots today. Remember, they are here to help us and make our lives easier and more fun.
Thanks, Randy. This was so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to build my own robot.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Keep being curious and exploring new things every day. See you next time at Randy's Robo School. Hi there, Jenny and Ethan. Are you ready to learn something super cool today?
Yes, Randy. What are we learning about?
Yeah, what's today's topic?
Today, we're going to learn about ChatGPT. Have you heard of it?
ChatGPT? What's that?
Sounds like a robot's name.
Well, kind of. ChatGPT is a special computer program that can understand and talk with people just like a friend. It helps answer questions, tell stories, and even help with homework.
How does it work, Randy?
ChatGPT uses something called artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is like a super smart computer that can learn from data.
Wow. But how does it know what to say?
Great question, Ethan. It learns from a lot of information from books, websites, and other texts. Just like you learn from school, ChatGPT learns from reading a lot. Let's imagine ChatGPT as a giant library full of books. When you ask a question, it looks through all the books to find the best answer.
That's so cool. Can it help with my math homework?
Absolutely, Jenny. Let's try an example. If you ask, "What's 5 times 7?" ChatGPT would say,
35.
Exactly. ChatGPT can help you with all sorts of questions, from math to history, and even creative writing. Let's dive a little deeper into how ChatGPT works. Imagine ChatGPT is like a very smart detective who can read and understand millions of books, articles, and websites. Here's how it happens. First, ChatGPT gets trained on a huge amount of text from all over the internet. This process is called training. During training, ChatGPT learns to understand the patterns of language, just like how you learn grammar and vocabulary in school.
So, it's like it goes to school too?
Exactly, Jenny. ChatGPT goes to a special kind of school where it reads lots and lots of text to learn how words and sentences fit together.
But how does it remember everything?
Great question, Ethan. ChatGPT doesn't remember everything like a human does, but it learns to recognize patterns and make predictions. When you ask it a question, it uses what it learned to predict the best answer. Think of it like this. If you've read hundreds of stories about knights and dragons, you can predict that a knight will probably fight a dragon. ChatGPT does something similar. It looks at the question you ask, finds patterns in its training, and comes up with a response that makes sense.
That's so cool. So, it's like having a super smart brain that's read everything?
Yes, Jenny. And because it's always learning from new information, it gets better and better at understanding and answering questions.
Can it learn new things all the time?
It can. Developers regularly update ChatGPT with new information, so it stays up to date and can answer more recent questions. ChatGPT can do so many amazing things. Let's take a look at some of the examples. ChatGPT can tell you bedtime stories or fun adventures anytime you want. For example, you can ask it to tell a story about a magical forest or a space journey.
I love stories. Can it make up new ones every time?
Absolutely, Jenny. Each story can be unique and exciting, just like your imagination.
Can it help with history homework too?
Yes, Ethan. If you need to know about the ancient pyramids or the first moon landing, ChatGPT can provide detailed information and explanations.
What if I need help with science experiments?
ChatGPT can suggest cool experiments and explain the science behind them. It's like having a science teacher right by your side. Do you want to learn a new language? ChatGPT can help with that too.
Really? How?
You can ask it to teach you simple words and phrases in Spanish, French, Chinese, or any other language you're interested in. It's a great way to start learning.
Can it help me write a poem for my mom's birthday?
Of course, Ethan. ChatGPT can help you come up with creative ideas and even help you rhyme. It's like having a poet as your friend.
I love fun facts. Can ChatGPT tell us some?
Sure. Did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still edible.
That's awesome. I want to learn more fun facts.
ChatGPT has a treasure trove of fun facts and trivia questions. You can play trivia games with your friends and family anytime. See how fun and helpful ChatGPT can be. It's like having a really smart friend who knows a lot about everything.
But Randy, can it answer any question?
Almost any question, Ethan. But sometimes, it might not know the answer or might need a little more information. It's always learning and getting better.
So, it's like a student that never stops learning?
Exactly, Jenny. Just like you too. ChatGPT is always learning new things to help people better. How about we play a game? I'll give you a few questions, and you can guess what ChatGPT might say.
Yes, let's play.
Okay. First question. What's the capital of France?
Paris.
Correct. Next. What's 12 divided by 3?
4.
Great job. Last one. Can you name a famous scientist who discovered gravity?
Sir Isaac Newton?
Perfect. See how fun and educational it is to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like having a super smart friend who's always there to help you learn and explore new things. Remember, it's important to ask good questions and always keep learning. Well, that's all for today's lesson on ChatGPT. I hope you had fun and learned a lot.
Thanks, Randy. I can't wait to learn more.
Yeah, I want to try using ChatGPT myself.
Great news! In our next video, we're going to dive into the practical side of using ChatGPT. We'll show you step by step how to interact with ChatGPT and explore all the cool things it can do.
Randy, what kind of activities will we do?
We'll try out a bunch of fun activities. You'll see how to ask ChatGPT questions, get help with your homework, and even play games. We'll also explore creative writing prompts, learn new languages, and discover fascinating facts together.
That sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll be there for sure.
Fantastic. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exciting episode. To learn more about artificial intelligence, go to www.aieducationforkids.com. If you would like to read books and do some activity, then we have some wonderful collection of books on artificial intelligence like Introduction to AI, Brainy Bots, Fantastic Future, Building AI. These books will help you grow and explore the new world of artificial intelligence. You can find all the links and details in the video description below. See you soon.